Hello. How's it going, everybody? How are we all doing today? Tisk, 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 tisk. Why are we tisking? What is there to tisk about today? Glitch Trap is a scam. But I has the money to spend on it, and I can shake his little butt. Look at that. His little butt shaking. How's it going, everybody? So, we're gonna do a tier list on all the killers, but first I want to try some things out that we haven't really got to experience. First, we're gonna play 1 or 2 rounds as the animatronic, and then I want to try the Lich, who apparently got buffed. Hi, Cheese! How's it going, bud? So we're gonna try like these two out, and I've been practicing as the good guy. I want to get at least one good game as him. Then we'll move on to the tier list. Oh, yeah, watch out for the jump scares, by the way. He does that. You heard it makes your footsteps quieter. It does. It does make your footsteps quieter. That's not even like the big problem right now. The problem right now is he's invisible when he comes out of doors. You can't see him when he comes out of a door. And that's kind of really busted right now. This is 100% a pay-to-win skin. They still hear you. Well, no, so here's the thing with Glitch Trap. Where's his powers at? Loadout, power. Okay, so, like, here's his power and everything that it does. Where are you? I'll be here in a minute. Here's his power and what it does. Sorry about that. When he goes through a door, it doesn't tell you this. The reason why people can still see you, or people can still run from you, when he goes into his door, there is an audible loss in the mic, or in the headphones. So if he goes into a door, you hear sound stop, and that lets you know he's about to use a door. So when he does that, you need to back away. So you gotta listen for it. That's why people are able to get away from you. Even though he comes out of the door, it doesn't matter because they're already moving away from the doors because they can hear the doors opening and you walking into it. Are we gonna be able to get a game, or should I just play Survivor? Maybe we just play Survivor. I want to play Glitch... No, we have to play Glitch Trap because we're doing a tier list. So, when playing him, I'm running this build. Which, I think as Springtrap, he requires Mindbreaker to be good. You need to have Mindbreaker on him. This will stop people from using Sprint Burst. Sorry about that. This will stop people from using Sprint Burst, which is his biggest, like, weakness. I don't think he has an animation when coming out of a door. When he comes out of a door, the door opens and closes really quick. But, he shouldn't be invisible, like, leaving the door. He should, like, appear in front of the door. For, like, half a second, he is not visibly seen. He's actually able to walk around without being on the map. It's weird. I don't know. We're gonna try him out. We'll play maybe one game as killer, one game as survivor. We'll probably get Springtrap as the killer if we play survivor. His biggest weaknesses is, like, if you bring Sprint Burst, which we're bringing Mindbreaker to stop that. We have Friends Till the End to chase down the Obsession. We have Dying Light, so if we hook anyone who's not the Obsession, which we should always be chasing the Obsession, but once we hook 1 or 2 people, everyone that's not the Obsession is getting a penalty. Then we have Gift of Pain to buy us some time while they heal. But this is like the nicest build I can come up with that doesn't involve tunneling or camping doors. We're gonna play one game and then I'll oh, why is that still showing? I was practicing speedrunning, so I needed to see the FPS. We got one successful run-in. I think I can do it on stream. Forgot there was a stream. Hello. Hi, Flagship! We're gonna play as the animatronic. Hi, Adriana! I didn't know you were still there. I didn't know how long ago you said hello. Okay, first thing we need to do is we need to go through a door. When we go through a door, audio is gonna cut. That's what it sounds like for the survivors. They can hear that, where the audio does that. We're gonna break this door, and then we're gonna get the person behind us. So I have an axe. Oh, I got stuck. Oh, why did I get hindered? Oh, she has the Alan Wake perk. Not a great chase. They're gonna get 2 generators done here in a second. Possibly 3. We're gonna hook her onto these scourge hooks. Find out where we need to go. Oh, did I do the wrong door? Always try to land your axe toss and then melee. You don't ever want to really just go for a raw melee. Hey guys. Go for her again. So she's dead on hook and the other girl's dead on hook. We have 2 people dead on hook now. Leave him. We're not interested in him, we're interested in the girl who's dead on hook. Oh, I think we got her. He's dead. gonna put her on a hook out of the way. We're gonna take a door. Where's Scrubs? Hey, where's Scrubs flagship? Not gonna be here for the important announcement. We have an announcement to make, everybody. One thing I've noticed as this killer is you cannot play nice. You have to play hard and mean as this character. Where are they? They're probably over there, those two gens. Where are they? I don't know where they are. Hey, girl. Just gotta cut her off. Oh, what? That's insane. There she is. We only have one stack of Dying Light, which isn't helping us, but as long as we have one stack, they're doing everything just a little bit slower because we're always chasing the obsession. Oh, what a good dodge. That wasn't as good. Try to get her on the center hook. We have 1, 2, 3 generators. And we can chase down whoever the obsession is, Leon. Right now he's exposed. So we'll down him. Oh, he's not exposed. Oh, they got exposed with Prince Leon. We're not gonna chase her. We're just gonna get her to drop the pallet. Dang, I tried. If they're not gonna get her, I'm just gonna camp the hook. Stick around, we're gonna hit her and get Grievous Embers going. There we go. Okay. He's bleeding. That's game. He really can't. He's a submissive beta furry. Alright, I think maybe it'll be okay to sleep through this one. If someone wakes you up, you're missing it. You are missing it! There's an important announcement! Does anyone know what the announcement is? I know Jose and, Zant do. Did he unhook himself? Is it merch? No, we don't have enough of a fan base or a way of creating merch. I'll come back for you later, Leon. So what do you guys think about Springtrap after seeing him? You don't like the skin? Looks silly. He's a mascot. It's supposed to be silly. This is essentially Chuck E. Cheese running around killing people. This is Mickey Mouse going around with an axe, tired of all the copyright claims he has to strike down. He's tired of it all. GG, guys. Oh, looks like it hurt. Ah, I'm sure it's fine. You're just never see your man getting emotional. Alright, on for the announcement. Now that we're all here. So, I'm sure you all noticed that I am missing currently. I am here, but I am part of the announcement. And the announcement is... Can we get a drum roll? What's a drum? Where's a drum roll? Hold on. I need a drum roll. Hold on, let me get a drum roll going. Okay, here we go. Okay, that was good. Hello! Put the music back on. How's it going? Base cam? No. But close. You're joking about the extra dimension? Too bad. It's real. We now have an extra dimension. And now you can see when I'm reading chat. That's when I'm doing this. That's chat. His eyes are moving. Yeah, I'm looking around. It's following my eyes. Big mistake. We will know you don't read chat. I do read chat all the time. I'm always doing this. I kind of like it. Thank you, Adriana. I appreciate that. We're gonna play a game as the Witch because I heard he got buffed.
I will play my role for now.
But this is all thanks to the model, a rendition of my original form. I like the new neck piece I have. And the rigging is from Amelia. And I think she did a really good job with the rigging. I like the tail moving. I like that I can move around in my chair. Oh, I say that as it immediately loses sight of me. Hold on. There it goes. Alright, so don't move too far away. Stop rolling your eyes at us. I'm reading everything. I look up, I look down left, and I look down right. That's what I do. That's my, like, that's my go-to routine. So now you guys see me doing this all the time. he's the up-looking emoji. Well, while we're looking at or we're waiting for a match as the unknown. The matches have been taking forever, which is wild because the player base is actually really high right now. But while we're waiting for a match, let's look around. So here's the animatronic. He has a whole bunch of skins. These aren't the only skins. So this is what he normally looks like. When he's in this form, he makes really loud footsteps. This skin is pay to win because he's quite, and that's the animatronic showcase that I'm doing. I hope you guys were all paying attention. There will be a quiz on it. How many skins are there? Those of you that fail are getting banned for 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute ban if you don't get it right. By the way, if you do too, don't mind placing. I will place killers where I know they go. And we might even do 2 tier lists separately. A tier list of good killers versus a tier list of killers that are fun. Take your ban now. Gabby, we were just talking about this today. Today is just killer gameplay, right? No, I want to get some survivor matches in. Today is, we want to show off some of the killers that have been changed recently, so that we can get an accurate placement on the tier list for them. Survivor matches? Yes, we'll play 1 or 2 survivor matches. So here's what he can do now. He can cast immediately, and he can fly really far, really fast. I would normally only be able to get half that distance.
Beyond.
Ah! Hey, girls. Hi, you. Alright, you're my new target, I guess. Where'd she go? Hold on, did she break my ankles? She broke my ankles. That's so embarrassing. Come on. Oh, what build are we running on this guy? What the heck? Do these even work? Where's the hooks? We have anti-heal for some reason. And we have perks based on aura, but we shrunk our aura because of monitoring abuse. You missed! Alright, good job. Build sucks, streamer washed. No! The build does suck, though. I don't know why I'm running this. Monitoring abuse is counterproductive to colorphobia. Unless I'm in a chase. If I'm in a chase, it actually works better. Hey, girl. We're gonna leave her. Where is she? Where'd she go? The heckin'? Oh, she's still there. Oh, she got me. Oh my god. Let's go try and stop whoever is doing this event here.
Decisions.
Oh, she knocked me out of the air.
Join me.
I'm getting read like a book here.
This one. Hate me.
This survivor is good. We shouldn't be facing her. Oh my gosh, and she dead-hearted. I don't know what to do. Where you at, girl? I know you're around here somewhere. Anyone else stream buffering a lot? No. Just you. Oh, he hit a wall. What a dingus.
Just manipulate.
Blood didn't think I saw him! Oh, they did it. They got out. It's her again. Two hook states for a yeah, there's not much we can do. We don't know how to play this killer. Excuse me? Oh, that's a bug. Get out of here, you crazy kids. Get out of here, crazy kids. What the heck? How did it start back here? That's weird. No, I don't think Vecna is that, by the way. I think he's really strong. But I'm not very good at looping with him yet. I don't understand, like, how to ignore pallets currently. Wow, you guys are sneaky. Sneaky. The map is also disorienting. Alright. Let's go on to the tier list and then go back to gameplay.
Strange powers at work.
They should add a perk that specifically just makes down people unable to leave. That would be funny. They kind of have that in form of some killers, like if you get down by Victor from the twins, you can't leave. It holds you in place. Where'd the music go? I had it pulled up. Okay. Here we are. Here is every killer in the game. That's a lot of people to go through. We're going to talk about each one in small detail. We're not going to go too into all of them, but I think we're going to start first with Trapper. Trapper is one of the original killers. He's like the poster boy of the game. His whole gimmick is setting down traps. Trapper is my most played killer, apparently. Because back in the day, before I started playing this game seriously, this is all I did was I wanted to find spots where I could trick people. I like building the webs. That being said, it was fun to play him. Against good survivors, it's almost pointless. There's too many things wrong with him. Like, if a survivor is touching a trap, so if they're like disarming it, they don't have to disarm the trap, they can just touch it to start disarming it. That trap is now useless. A survivor can run over the trap and it won't activate. So if you build like a nest of traps around a building, if the survivors want to get in there, they just need two survivors, one to hold the trap, the other one to run over it. And now you, as the killer, cannot get in there because your traps also affect you as well. It's also a problem because if he uses his power twice, he now does not have a power, he is just an M1 killer. So you have to get your stuff set up early. If you don't get your stuff set up early, you're in trouble. Survivors are going to disarm it. You're now down a power. You have to go pick up your traps, which takes some time, leaving you without a power. Ultimately, I think he is the most, like, average C killer. I like him. I want him to be B tier. Realistically, he's C tier. Wraith. Wraith can go invisible. When he reveals himself, he has to hit his bell like 3 times, and then he slowly fades into existence, and then he gets a speed boost to catch up to people who might have tried to run in a straight line. Now, that's all well and good, except if they jump over a window, he is now completely pointless. He can't do anything about windows. The most he can do is he can stand in the way of a window or kind of block it, and trick bad survivors into thinking that they can go over the window. Ultimately, though, I think he is not the best killer. I think he's actually worse than the Trapper. Easier. There's no mid. C tier's mid. Why'd you add a D? Because I think F is for characters that are beyond help. Now there's no mid. No, C's mid. B's pretty good. A is really good. S is the best of the best. And this makes sense once you realize what S tier is. Hillbilly. Hillbilly is one of the hardest killers to play as. Understanding his turn ratio and how his overheat works it's a whole like mind game in itself. You have to really practice this killer. You cannot pick up this killer and be good with it. However, that being said, he has an instant down mechanic. He has the ability to get to generators quickly. And he has a skill ceiling that brings him above most other people. He can make turns quickly if you know how to play him. Ultimately, I think Hillbilly is like a B tier. High B tier. I think he's maybe gatekeeping B. Am I saying there's only one in S tier? No, S tier has a place for certain people. Which we can talk about now. Nurse is an S tier killer. The weakness to Nurse is that she is slower than survivors. If you and her were to do a race, a survivor would easily outpace her. Now, her power is the ability to blink. She can teleport a short distance. Or a far distance if you have the right, like, stuff for it. Not even the right stuff for it. If you hold down your power long enough, you can teleport really far. But that's not super useful. Her use is in, like, mid-range to close-range chases. What makes her S tier is the mechanics of the game are do generators, drop pallets, vault windows, blind killers, and heal. She ignores 2 baseline mechanics in the game. She ignores the ability for you to feel safe vaulting a pallet or jumping through a window. If you jump through a window or vault a pallet, you are guaranteed to get hit by a nurse that knows what they're doing. There is no safety there. And here's the other thing. One of the mechanics of the game is just running. If she hits you, she has to recover by wiping her blade clean. I don't know why I'm doing the hand signatures. She has to wipe the hand clean, or the blade clean. She can actually teleport to you faster than you could have built any distance. So as soon as you've run away from her after she got the first hit, she can immediately get a second hit. You have made no distance, not enough distance to get away from her teleport. She ignores all the mechanics of the game except for generator kicking and healing. So you can just bring perks that help you with gen regression and anti-heal because she doesn't need anything else. S tier. Myers. Is bad. He's not good. Bro's giving us a side eye. I'm not giving you guys the side eye. I'm just looking up and reading chat. Myers is bad. Straight up. Just terrible. In the first 30 seconds of the game, if you're lucky. He has no power. He has no killing potential. He's barely an M1 killer at this point. He is invisible, or he's stealth. So like you can see him, but like you don't hear the heartbeats and you don't see the red light. You can just see him walking around the map. But he cannot lunge at you. He can only do quick stabs. So you can easily just outrun him when he's in his level 1. Now if he charges up enough, he gets to level 2. Level 2 is pretty cool, because now he gets all the basic functions of a killer. He is now at the same level as all of these guys if they didn't have a power. But then he gets to stage 3, where he can insta-down people. Everyone becomes exposed, and when he hits you, you go down. He can also go over windows really fast. So if you do window builds on him, very funny. Not super useful, but it can catch 1 or 2 people off guard. Okay, but is he really as bad as Good Guy? Yes. Because Good Guy has a mechanic that works out pretty well. Slice and dice. So let's go over the Good Guy. The Good Guy is a stealth killer that does not have a stealth. I've complained about this, and I'm just going to go over it really quick. When he goes stealth, there are footsteps that the survivors can see all along the map. The footsteps are more clustered together and faster the closer he is to you, letting you know, hey, I need to get away. Now, it's up to you to figure out where he is. This is where part of his strength comes into play. Is you might know he's there, but you now have to identify where he is because he's small. And he is looking in third person, so he can, like, turn his camera around. If you are not at a jungle gym or a pallet, he has slice and dice, which allows him to run really fast and then stab. So if you're trying to just run from him to get from pallet to pallet, this is where he excels at. He can catch you and hit you once, and then you can mind game him, and he has to do it a second time, which is a really long time for a killer to get a second hit. So he has slice and dice, and he has, like, he makes the survivor 50-50, but a good survivor never has to 50-50. The Hag. Hag is just the trapper, but she can use her power more often. And she doesn't have to, like, go collect it. Automatically, that makes her a B tier. Like, she cannot be in the same tier as the trapper, because she is just a better version of him. She does the same strategies, but her traps can be put down whenever she wants. And she has a very fun add-on that removes her ability to teleport and makes her really fast. So, Speed Hag is a league on her own. In fact, I'd dare say that she's an A tier. I think Hag is a great killer. I don't play her very well, but she's good. You swear the pig's ability is the same, but more effective. Yeah, the pig and Chucky have, like, the same power, kind of. But in order for the pig to use her power, she has to slow down at first. So her power is good at catching people on loops. Chucky's power is good at catching people who are leaving loops. It's weird. What's a survivor 50-50? A 50-50 is where you cannot see the killer behind a wall, but you know they're there. Now you can go left and hope that they're going right, or you can go left and they're going left and they catch you. It's a guess on where they are. You can kind of turn it in your favor by using audio sounds and audio cues, but there are some loops that are just 50-50. Like Among Us? No, not like Among Us. Doctor. Doctor is cool. He is able to fire electricity all around the map and scare survivors. And this puts them in a state of madness where they cannot do anything until they cure their madness. They have to sit there for like a whole 10 seconds, collecting their sanity back. He does not need any aura reading add-ons, so he does not ever need to know where the survivors are because his power tells him where they are. That being said, he is still just an M1 killer, so he has to hit people. He has to hit everyone twice and he has to outplay them each time. But his power turns off actions. So if he hits you with the electricity, you cannot jump, you cannot vault, you cannot drop pallets. So he can kind of use that to his advantage. Ping does exist though, and with Ping, his power is kind of unreliable. Honestly, I think he's a C tier. I think he is fun, and he has a lot of gimmicks. But ultimately, if survivors are just doing gens and pre-dropping pallets, he can't do anything. You don't do those. The 50-50s are hard. Huntress! Huntress is a slow killer. She's like the nurse. You try to outrun her, you're going to succeed. However, Nurse has hatchets. She is like one of the only long-range killers in this game. There is not a lot of long-range killers. She is one of them. If she throws her hatchet really far away, it can hit you, it can do damage. Now she does have to reload, and that's a bit of a problem, but she can actually kill people faster if she just lands 2 hatchets than if she were to try 2 autos, or like a auto into a hatchet. If she does hatchet into hatchet or hatchet into auto, she's actually really quick at downing people. A good Huntress can also throw in between loops. They can throw in between cracks. I've seen them throw in between like holes in the killer's deck before. Honestly, A tier. You saw some Hunter clips today that were cross-map kills through narrow windows. Yeah, it's insane watching like a Huntress who is able to go for those ballsy like between the hole throws. You mean open any locker? Huntress can only reload when she goes to a locker. Lockers are randomly placed on the map. Let's say you're on Dead Dog Saloon, the western map. That open field in the corner of the map, there are no lockers, in case you didn't know. She cannot reload while she's over there. So if you get looped there for a little bit while you're low on hatchets, you cannot catch anyone who is over there. You have to go there full of hatchets in order to catch people. S. Cheese will cry. Be nice to my wife. She's an A tier! A tier's great! But she gets defeated by, like, locker placement. She gets defeated by short loops. So, like, if there's a tall rock and you are not in a chase, she cannot catch up to the survivor. She has to be in a chase in order to catch up to people, because Bloodlust needs to activate on her. She needs Bloodlust. Then don't go to the field, dummy. True. That's true. Cannibal. When the Cannibal first came out, everyone compared Hillbilly and him to being the same killer because they both use chainsaws, they both use hammers, they both insta-down people with a chainsaw. Only problem was, Cannibal can Cannibal can down multiple people. You can down an entire team with one chainsaw if you want. He got a bad rap because if someone frees a survivor from a hook, Cannibal can chainsaw the hooked survivor to put them into exhausted state, and then they can hit them immediately again afterwards. They don't have to stop. So you can down people who have just gotten unhooked, which is a little unfair, but it's ultimately on the survivors to figure out how to deal with it. It's not on you to be nice as this killer. But what this killer cannot do, he cannot do turns great. You have to be generous with the turns, because if you hit a wall, he goes into a tantrum where he can't move. He cannot do windows. He almost requires a perk called Bamboozle to run. He requires a perk. He is a D tier. If you don't have Bamboozle on him, you're gonna have a bad time. Do we get vetoes? Yeah, we'll give you guys a veto. By the end of the video, we'll give you guys, 5 vetoes. 4 vetoes. Yeah, 5. 5, we'll give you guys 5 vetoes that allow you to move a person up or down 1 space. S tier, unfortunately, is gonna be I don't know if you can put people in S tier, because S tier is essentially I ignore mechanics. That's S tier. Freddy. Freddy got changed. Freddy now has 2 attacks. He can create a pallet, or he can shoot a blood wave. If he shoots the blood wave and you're asleep, you get slowed. Pretty neat. If he drops a pallet, you can use that pallet and you can slam it on his head, and it will stun him. He can hinder himself with his own power. That makes him have a skill. Now he has a skill ceiling. Now you might ask, what's the point of creating a pallet if that's all it does? The pallet is actually a bomb. When he creates a pallet, he can detonate it after 1 second. So if he creates a pallet, he can use the ability, and after 1 second, that pallet will explode, doing damage to anyone who is next to it. Very cool. However, good survivors are never going to get hit by it, and you can only generate 1 pallet, so they're pretty aware of what pallet you just created. The music is so splonky. Good. Make an A+ tier so Huntress can be above Hag. We can put Huntress as gatekeeper to A. But right now I do think Huntress is a better, or I think Hag is better than Huntress. Because Hag almost is able to ignore mechanics. She's very close. Freddy has such a high skill ceiling and not a great use of his powers that I think he's here. I think he's better than these two. I bet he won't let me use it. He hates me. I don't hate you, Cheese. Just because you have a bad take. It's not even a bad take. Huntress is in A tier. That's wild for you to think that that's a bad thing. Huntress can ignore walls. Not all the time. Like, her power, you have to reload it. An amazing top-tier Huntress that never miss their shots, they just don't exist. You have Huntresses who are really good at making their shots and understand how to do, like, the long-range throws. But even then, a survivor that's paying attention, if they understand, like, they're up against a Huntress that can do that, they can play around that. Like, for instance, doing a generator. When you're doing a generator, your character is actually, like, not crouched, in case you didn't know. They're, like, bent over. Their hitbox is actually elevated above a crouch. So if a Huntress goes to throw a hatchet at you, stop doing the generator and crouch. You'll shrink your hitbox and dodge it. The Pig. The Pig is one of my favorite killers of all time because she makes objectives on the map. The game is no longer Gen Rush. You can still do it, but at least 1 or 2 people are going to die during the process. I love the Pig. I think she is one of the most entertaining killers when you know how to play her in an entertaining way. And it's not about camping people on traps, it's kind of about, like, interweaving, hitting people, and going after the people who are trying to get the bear traps off. You don't want to tunnel them because everyone's just going to gen rush you. You always need to be doing 2 things at once, as her. So you want to find where they are, where they're trying to get the trap off, you want to run survivors to them. That way you can multitask. You can hit a person, you can get them off. And screams are great. Because if the survivor screams while getting a bear trap off, they now have to restart getting that bear trap off. So scream builds are amazing on her. That being said, I think she is a dog water killer. I think maybe... her power, the ability to crouch and dash, can be countered by as soon as they see you crouch, they just have to leave the loop. If they just go to the next loop, you cannot do anything to catch them. Your dash doesn't last that long. Her dash only works if they think they are smarter than you. Have I read any more of the book? Yes, I have. I did. Don't be mean to Cheese. Yeah, Scrubs, don't be mean to Cheese. Alright, Clown. Clown used to be a god-awful killer because all he had was potions that made the survivors hard to see things, and they could move a little bit slower, but the slow never really affected that much when you consider the killer has to, like, walk around things and reload. They gave him a buff by giving him a second bottle that speeds him up. The speed up is amazing. You can use it the same way you do the knight. Before you pick someone up, throw a speed bottle at the ground. Before you kick a generator, throw a speed bottle at the ground. Whenever you go to reload, throw a speed bottle at the ground. This saves you on, like, maybe like 30 seconds in-game time, which is like half a generator. It's a little bit more considering that you're getting in range of people and knocking them off generators. It saves you so much time. And if you do yellow into purple, if you do that correctly, you can always down a survivor. I think he's a B tier. In that he can sort of like... He can play really well without worrying about the survivor's knowledge. You love Clown, though, no particular reason. I like the outfits that he wears. I think they're funny. Spirit! Spirit can go invisible. She leaves her body behind and enters, like, the other dimension, where you cannot see her, she cannot see you. However, you both can hear each other. The louder you hear her, like, noise, the closer she is to you. But that doesn't really matter, considering she moves at like 4 times the speed of a killer when she is in this other world. It doesn't matter if you know where she is. She can get to you faster than you can react to anything. You want to try and do a loop? You can just go around the loop. You try to drop a pallet on her, but she's invisible, so like... Probably better off not trying that. Honestly, ignores mechanics. S tier. He's adjusting his shit, the goblin got so close. You're right. Legion! Legion is like every killer's first like experience with the game, where they say, I can't catch up to survivors, they're just outrunning me and beating me. Why not play a killer that can sprint? Now, when he enters his power, he cannot down anybody. He can hit them and injure them or wound them, but he cannot down anybody. Unless he hits 4 survivors. If he hits 4 survivors, his next attack will down anybody. That's pretty good. Only if survivors are next to each other. If survivors are across the map, well, you're just going to spend a lot of time running. He's got a lot of weaknesses. Just gen rush him, don't be near each other, try to always do generators separate, and you'll win. But if he's spending time getting across the map to go maybe down 1 person, you can just mend yourself, get rid of the bleeding, go back to your generator. C tier, below Trapper. Why am I doing that? Oh my gosh, how did I do that? How did I start vibrating? What do I think of the book? I like it. Creepy. That was creepy. I wish you know how to juggle, like, don't know how to do anything cool. You gotta practice. I got angry when I tried juggling back in the day. I was getting really upset. I'm like, this looks easy, but I'm too stupid to know how to do it. So I gave up. I didn't juggle. I can't be a clown. Hag. Hag is cool because she throws up on people, and what that does is it prevents them from healing. If they have enough vomit on them, they cannot heal until they clean themselves off in a fountain. If you clean yourself off, you leave blood in the fountain. She can take that blood and turn it into bloody vomit, which is now a ranged attack. She's one of the few ranged killers in the game, similar to Huntress. She can hit you from really far away. Now I can dance for the karaoke streams. That's right, I can. She is a A-tier killer. She never has to reload. She has her powers at all times. And you don't need any healing perks on her. You don't need any anti-heals. Because that's her power. Her power is an anti-heal. It also tells you where people are because you can infect generators. You can throw up on generators, doors, windows, pallets, hooks. And if anyone touches those, they get infected and they start throwing up. She's almost an S tier. Ghostface! Ghostface is pretty bad. He's got fun add-ons. But his power is if he looks at you long enough, you get exposed and he can hit you and down you. That's pretty cool, but like good survivors are going to just like follow you around and look at you, and if they look at you, you can no longer use your power. It just turns off your power. And then your power only really works if you're around a corner. You have to be leaning to use the power, which only works if you're up against an edge. Edges are very buggy in this game and don't always work. He's here. Demogorgon. I think Demogorgon is terrible. He kind of works like Chucky in how he dashes to get a hit, but Chucky's dash is more in control than his, and Demogorgon can teleport around the map. Which is neat because that makes him like kind of a stealth teleporting killer, because when he pops out of his holes, he's invisible. Like, you can't hear his aura, you can't see his red light. But he just makes so much noise. Bought a few adult-sized glow-in-the-dark pool rafts today because they were only $2 due to overstock. Do you have a pool? Oni. Oni is a insta-kill killer that only activates his power if he is followed damaged survivors long enough. Now, if survivors heal, it's okay because that leaves a pool of blood that gives him his power immediately, pretty much. He can then activate his power and go find whoever healed and down them. He requires a lot of anti-heal perks and a lot of skill. You kind of need gen regression on him, but if you're good enough, you don't need any gen regression. You can just win the game off of one power. I think he's maybe B tier. When playing against him, the best thing to do is just drop pallets every chance you get. Don't take damage. F tier for the screaming guy. Which one's the screaming guy? Oh. Ghostface? No, because Ghostface, like, he's a stealth killer that actually goes, like, stealth. So you have that going for you. And his add-ons are really good. Deathslinger. Deathslinger, people say he's a range killer. He is not a range killer. He is a mid-range killer. He cannot hit people from far away. He can only hit people when they're up close to him. His power allows him to pull people close to him. He can get them in range of him, which is cool. You can also use it to fire through tiny little cracks in walls. It'll actually go through. It has a pretty accurate hitbox. He can ignore most small loops, which is good, because that's where a lot of people struggle with small loops. However, he's got a lot of counterplay. Survivors can just run in the way of the chains. If you fire the chain off just a little bit where you're standing, then the chain will break by the time you get to the survivor. And then there's the issue with his terror radius. The terror radius is a little bit big for how his power works. By the time you're in shooting range, you're well aware he's there. There's add-ons that can help change that, but ultimately I think he is a... He's not a mid killer. I think he's better than mid. Especially in good hands. I think he's a low B tier. Probably meant Tokyo Ghoul, who I know is going to F. Guy has a grappling. His power is not great, but it is fun to use, and when you land it, you feel like a god. Pyramid Head! Veto? You guys can veto afterwards. You don't get vetoes until we're done. That way you can all figure out what you want to use your vetoes on. And if you use a veto, the next person can't use veto on the same person. You gotta all use your vetoes separately. Pyramid Head is not great. That's not to say his power is bad in any way. His add-ons are pointless. They don't do anything. There's one good add-on, and it increases the range of his ranged attack. That is almost required because baseline, his ranged attack is not very far. He is a close to almost mid-range killer. He is not good. That being said, I think he is better than... I think he's honestly better than Pig. Pyramid Head S tier. In no world is Pyramid Head S tier. Pyramid Head is horrible. If they change his add-ons, he could very easily be in like a B tier. Why Executioner when you can Nemesis? Next killer, Blight. Blight's the best killer in the game. It's not even close. There should be an S+ here, it's Blight. Because if Blight hits you, you cannot build distance. By the time he hits you and recovers from his attack, his power is off cooldown. He can now use it to just catch up to you. He just has to hit a single wall, and he can hit you again. There's nothing you can do to stop Blight from killing you. The only reason I lose his Blight is because I'm not good with him. I don't play him. I don't like playing him because it feels almost cheap. He likes Blight? No, I hate Blight. I think Blight is dumb. Next, the Twins. The Twins, I can honestly put D, C, and B all at the same time. Because when the Twins are working as intended, and at their peak of power, they are a B. In fact, they're a high B. The Twins, though, are the buggiest killer in the game. Victor sometimes will just bounce off of survivors. That's when they're a D. But we're going to average that out and say that they're a C. Now, a good survivor, if you tackle them with Victor and they're healthy, they're just going to keep Victor on their back the entire game. They don't care that Victor's choking them. So Victor is only good for downing people. I like the Twins because the name makes you giggle. I really like the Twins. I think they are cool, how they work. But boy, do they only work like 50% of the time, it feels. Next one, Trickster. This is the K-pop boy. You guys think K-pop is scary? You're in luck. There's a horror killer out there for you. His skill is the Huntress's skill. They both go to lockers to reload. He throws knives. Throws enough knives at you, you take 1 point of damage. This is pretty good because that means he can ignore any, like, low loops. And he can also catch you while you're running between loops. His power, when he activates it entirely, is he throws knives so quickly, he can down you in, like, 2 seconds. If you're full health, he can hit you again, you're down. Very good, very strong. Honestly, A tier. He never has to stop doing something. He can always be doing something to you. F. Nah, I in the game, like, personality-wise, F, but, like, gameplay-wise, he's a good killer. Stop dancing. I can't help it. Nemesis. Flagship said, why play Pyramid Head when you can play Nemesis? That is 100% true. He's just a better Pyramid Head. At max stacks, he has like the same range. He ignores pallets. If they drop a pallet, you're just destroying the pallet and catching up to them. He's got zombies on the map that aren't the greatest, but they're somewhat good at telling you where people are. If a zombie has its hands out and is walking in a direction, that means they're going towards a survivor. So he has a little bit of Doctor in him, a little bit of Pyramid Head. That being said, he is still beaten by people who just hold forward, or if he cannot get his stacks up high enough. So like Myers or let's say Oni, if survivors just early game drop pallets and run from you, you're going to lose as Nemesis. I think he's a great killer though. A tier for sure. Is he doing hip gyrations? Leave me alone. Pinhead! Can't buy him anymore, so only certain people have Pyramid Head. I don't think you're missing out on much. Pyramid Head is a good character to play when you're learning how to manipulate the map in your favor. And he's good if survivors don't understand how his power works. But ultimately, he still has to catch survivors, he still has to hit them, he still has to outsmart them. And the chains are RNG, and they could just screw up all the time. I think he's a... I think he might be better than Clown. I keep saying Pyramid Head, it's Pinhead. Pinhead, sorry. The Cenobite. The Cenobite is a pretty good killer, but he still gets defeated by pallets. The Artist. The Artist can throw out 3 birds. These birds can mark people or tell you if they're close to hitting. That's pretty cool. They can also do damage if a survivor is close enough to them, or if you hit them a second time with a bird. That makes her pretty strong. Except if you fire a bird across the map and hit a survivor, they can get rid of the birds by either using a flashlight or just jumping into a locker and jumping out of a locker. So you've now bought yourself like 2 seconds of time. That's not a lot. If she goes to use her power on a loop, so she can guarantee a hit, all you have to do is leave the loop, because she slows down using her power. She has so many flaws, and the best way to beat her is just to keep holding W and running away. Can't do anything about it. Add on the right. Oh, cool. We can get paid as a sperm donor. We should probably cover that up. There we go. Now that is being blocked. You're welcome. We're almost done. Ultimately, I think she's a pretty good killer, but her power is very easily avoided, and there's a lot of flaws to it. It doesn't really do too much. A C tier. Now, she does have a cool way of using her power. You can, while walking across the map, if you see someone all the way on the other side of the map, you can spawn a bird, take like 3 seconds worth of stepping forward, spawn another bird, and send them. By the time the first bird hits, it will mark them, and the second bird will follow up right afterwards and damage them. Very cool way of getting downs. Hard to do. She definitely has a skill ceiling. But I think she is less than the doctor, better than the trapper. Careful with your daughter, Sadako. Sadako, the Onryo. She came out as one of the worst killers in the game. She was terrible, didn't do anything. Then they said, okay, we need to change how she works. Let's buff her a little bit. She became an S tier. It was just guaranteed 2 people were going to die to her. There was nothing you could do to stop it. So she just teleports around the map. She builds up stacks instantly. She just downs you, kills you on the spot. She's like a much better Myers. Then they said, that's a little bit too strong. Let's bring her back down. She's a little bit better than what she was when she first released, but she got such a spike in her power, and her power is so easily countered now, where like, oh, cool, I just turned off the TV. Like, I took the tape out of the TV doesn't work anymore, I just have to go deliver that. But I can deliver it after I'm done with this generator. And she can't get to you, she has to walk there. And that's only assuming she isn't, like, dealing with another survivor. With add-ons, she's a C tier. By herself, like, just how her kit works, she's a B tier. But she's better than most of these. I'd say she's below Pig, but above Freddy. You and Leon birthed Deathslinger. Sounds horrifying. The Dredge. The Dredge is the first killer in a long time they've made who does a little bit of everything. He deals with people being injured, he can teleport, he can ignore loops, and he can make the home field to his advantage with his darkness. He has so many things going for him. That can all be countered by healing and pre-dropping pallets before you get hit. He works like a much better Oni. But there's a lot of counters to him, there's a lot of stuff you can't do, and really if you're by a generator, just lock the locker and then do the generator, and if he teleports back, lock the locker. And if he teleports back, well, you've probably messed up at that point that you're not done with this generator. Wesker! 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 Wesker is cool because he can ignore the Killer Shack. He's one of the few killers who can ignore Killer Shack. That makes him pretty good. But he has the ability to jump over loops, or jump over pallets and windows. That is actually a problem for him. If he does it, it actually slows him down. Sometimes you miss a survivor, and you jump over a window, and now you're extra screwed. And then his ability to, like, infect people, it doesn't really matter if you're infected too much. If you're infected and you're healed, he can just grab you instead of hurting you, but it's so hard for him to grab you. Just stay healthy and do generators. Low C tier. You should remind me now that I proved that a bad Wesker player can win every game. That's luck coming into play. And he can run one survivor into another. That's a pretty cool gimmick. I'd say he's better than. We'll say that. I think that's where he belongs. It was so many games. That's just because I'm a good killer. The Knight. The Knight is okay. He is fun, in that he's one of the few killers who can actively be doing 2 things at once. Not a lot of people can do that. And he can kind of do what the Nemesis can do, where he can just, like, destroy pallets and continue walking without stopping. In good hands, he's pretty good. But against great survivors, he's almost useless. A good survivor is never going to be caught by the Knights. the most you're going to do is buy yourself some time to down people. You're almost always going to be working with your knights to try to get a damage in. Without your knights, you're just an M1 killer. You cannot do anything but try to 50-50 survivors. With your power against a good survivor, it's the only way you can really hurt them. He is... I think maybe he's like... I think he's like mid-B. I think he might be worse than Cenobite. Are you taking Moris into account? Because Wesker's is S tier. Wesker does have an S tier. There's 2 S tier Moris in this game. Wesker is one of them. There's 3 S tier Moris in the game. Wesker is one of them. Skull Merchant, we all know why. Singularity, my boy! My main man! The Singularity is another long-range killer. There are 3 long-range killers in this game. Singularity, Plague, Huntress. These are the long-range killers. Everyone else is mid-range. Singularity can be anywhere on the map he wants to be. He is his own projectile. He just puts cameras down, finds where he wants to go, and he's there. It's not hard to do. Very strong. You try to drop a pallet on him, dude has like 15% haste. He's running through that pallet. You don't drop the pallet on him, he has to go through the pallet. He has 50% haste. He's kicking that pallet. You did something, you outplayed him, he has 50% haste. He's kicking that generator and moving on. Tell us the other 2. Do it. The S tier Moris are Wesker. In this order, Wesker is the worst of the 3. Then there is the Alien. That's the second best Mori in the game. And then there's Dracula, who has the best Mori in the game. Dracula's Mori is peak in that he is a classy gentleman. He cuts your throat, and you try to stop the bleeding. That's his water fountain. Do not get in the way of his drink. He knocks your hand out of the way and gets the blood from you. Takes a sip. Filthy. Throws it to the ground. Love it. Peak. The Xenomorph is cool. She can teleport. He can teleport. He has a mid-range attack, mid to close range attack. He kind of can do what the Nemesis can do at max stacks all the time. But flamethrowers are so easy to come by, and so if you know what you're doing, a single flamethrower can end the game for you. The teleporting is very cool, except that you can only teleport to certain locations, and then you have killers like Animatronic who come out, or Dredge, who have just way better, way more info-related teleports. I think, honestly, like, maybe better than the Clown. Don't remember what the Alien does. She runs on all fours and stabs with her tail. It's mid-range. But it's very accurate, and you can duck it. That being said, the way her tail works... This might, do something weird. Oh, it didn't. Okay. One second. I feel like the Xenomorph can ignore every other one of its powers and just use the tail stab and beat most killers. Oh, you don't remember what the Alien does for the Mori? Okay. Yeah, the Mori is the Xenomorph picks you up, it holds you really close, and then its second mouth comes out and pierces through your skull. Give me a second, guys. So I said how the Nemesis power works. The Nemesis's power works like 5 beams, and if you swing at a structure, you lose all of these beams, but you keep these 2, so you can actually drag this over a structure and still like swipe people with the attack. That's how his power works. The alien. So let's say this is the alien. This is a loop. And this is a survivor. The way the alien's power works, black, is it's a pierce attack that works like that. Actually, hold on. It'll be better if I do this on another layer. This is a very cool information, actually. Like, I think this is so neat how this works. That's the killer's power right there. Is they go, oops. They go. Now that you might think that's pretty neat, or like it's not neat, but the survivors can just sort of like. The survivors can just duck it. Let's say he ducks it. Oh no, he ducked it! When you go to fire the alien's stab attack, you can actually do it like this. You can fire it up, over the pallet, and you can aim it down. And it'll actually go over the loop and hit people. Her spear is actually a flail in how it works. When she goes to swing, you can go, down. You can do like that to ignore loops. So where the Nemesis can only go over loops, the alien can actually like kind of go up and over loops with her tail attack. And that's very cool. It's not closing. The unknown. Unknown, you guys have seen it enough. They leave clones randomly on the ground that they can teleport to. And they can fire a projectile. That kind of makes them a ranged killer. But the projectile has to hit them twice. If you get hit by their projectile, as long as you look at them, you can actually cleanse yourself of the projectile's debuff faster than they can send out a second one. Therefore, you need to play this killer without ever being looked at. Their attack can bounce, so you always want to fire it around walls and over walls. They are very good. I think they're high B. I think that's good. The unknown can do so many good plays, and in a good hand, in the best of hands, I think unknown is up there with the A's. In average hands, I think they're like top of C tier. Therefore, I'm gonna put them in B. It's interesting because you think this thing would be trying to get you to look at it. Yeah, it's really weird how it works. You always want to break line of sight with this killer. When you're playing as this killer, you always want to have line of sight broken. You don't want to be rushing people, and like, when they're running in between loops and you're chasing after them, that's when you're at your weakest. You want to be in the loops. Vecna. Vecna, I think with the buff, and that they can use their powers immediately now, are very easily an A-tier killer. However, it's too easy to read him. Whenever he summons the skulls, there is a very loud audio cue that tells you, duck. So when he does that attack, duck. It's easy. He slows himself down, you're not really losing anything doing it. The only time it works is if you're vaulting a window, vaulting a pallet, or going to drop a pallet. When you're stuck in an animation and you cannot duck it. That's the only time you should ever get hit by the skeletons. He can fly really far, or if you go over a window, he will just fly over the window and stop. Which allows him to ignore a lot of loops. I'm not very good at it, so I couldn't do it, as you guys saw, but I still think this is an A-tier killer. Honestly. I think just slightly worse than the Huntress. Dracula! Dracula is an intense killer. He has 3 powers. He has human form, dog form, bat form. Those forms have their own abilities. Bat form can teleport to ledges and windows. When he does that, the survivors see a white cloud flying through the air really fast, so they know where you are. You can't be sneaky about it. His wolf form, when he's following people, they drop scent orbs on the ground. This is a good way of finding out where people are in the beginning of the game because you know they're always moving, they're always dropping scent orbs. Collect a scent orb, you move faster. At 2 scent orbs, you're at your fastest. He then has a better version of Demogorgon's attack in dog form where he can pounce and then pounce again. If he hits you with either one, he does damage. Pretty good and good for countering loops. His human form, he can shoot a pillar of fire that works like a weaker version of Pyramid Head's attack. But just having the option makes it great, because you can fire it over like loop, windows and pallet drops and stuff like that, or just fire it through a tunnel and hit people. Hey, Dracula's sick. Dracula is sick. Dracula can fly, bro. S tier. Also, dog. No, I think he's weaker than all of these killers. I think all these killers run train on him. He hates us. I don't hate you guys. Use the Mori. The Mori's really good. It's an A-tier Mori. He removes your skin suit. It looks ugly on you, it looks better on the floor. Really pulls out the old bones. Houndmaster. Houndmaster is a very cool idea, but in a game where you're trusting an AI to do its job, you're going to be left sad and broken. The dog does not go where you tell it to go. There were times I was telling the dog, I need to go up to that generator. I need to go to that generator. Please go to the generator. Go to the generator. And it would not go to the generator I was telling it to. It is so finicky. And sometimes you tell the dog to go, and it doesn't understand where it was supposed to go, it'll just stop. When it works, it is great. But ultimately, I think she is not a great killer. I'm willing to put her below the doctor in C tier. Why you start talking about Vecna's more instead? Oh my gosh, guys, I had a stroke. No, you're right. Dracula is S tier. I was thinking Vecna. Sorry, I'm so like. You're right. No, I was looking at Vecna because I honestly was thinking like maybe put him up here. So I was thinking Vecna, but I put him back down here, and I was still like on Vecna. You're right. No, Dracula S tier Mori. Give him his drink. Give him his fruit punch. Don't say Finn. I'll sob. Alright. The Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul. Ken Kaneki. From the hit series, Tokyo Ghoul. With the sick opening beat. Love that guitar solo. So good. Kaneki is probably an S tier killer. He doesn't need add-ons, so you can probably run him perkless. You can't drop pallets on him. If you drop a pallet on him, you're just saying hit me, because of the way his power works. He can jump over pallets better than Wesker can and hit you. And he can cross the map quickly like a teleporting killer. Honestly, there's nothing bad about him. All of his stuff is good, and his add-ons make him better. You just cannot get into that anime. I only like the first season. The rest of it doesn't follow the manga and doesn't make sense. Eh. Just the first season. He screams too much. In game, he does scream too much. But you can wear the Rize skin where she doesn't scream. Another pay-to-win skin. Speaking of pay-to-win skin, the animatronic. Springtrap. William Afton. He always returns. William Afton is interesting. He's a mid-range killer. He has an axe. He has a teleport. He has a grab. In order for you to win as him, you need to use every aspect of his character. You need to be going through doors. You need to be landing your axes. You need to be grabbing people after you land those axes. But I don't think he's capable of winning against good survivors. Ultimately, he is an okay killer. In fact, I'm gonna put him, like, low B. I think that's where he is. You have to be punishing as him. You have to hit 2 people. You have to go after 2 people. If you don't go after 2 people, you're screwed. If you go after everyone, you're not gonna win. The animations are rough. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little rough. We're also not using an iPhone. This is designed for an iPhone, but we're using an Android. Okay. This is the killer tier list. Let me make sure everyone's where I want them to be. That's good. Okay. So, go ahead. Each person can veto once. Not each person. Sorry, we only get 5, so... Wesker up. Knight up. Bye, Damien. Thanks for showing up. Chucky and D. Are we good with these 3? Is that all? Xeno at the top of B, that's wild. I don't think there's a world in which Xeno is better than these 3. Alright. That is the tier list, then. Let's play some Survivor matches. This lasted longer than I thought. Go ahead and display really quick so I can save this. That's only 4. No one wanted a 5th! At least use the 50 Tokyo Ghoul top of S. No, there has to be a limit. We cannot move him to top of S. He is not better than Blight. Scrub said one? Deathslinger up. Oh, okay, that's 5. Hold on. I put the tier list away. He hates his mods. I don't hate my mods, I just didn't read it. Please leave Jose there the whole time. No. He must go back into the abyss. Alright, does anyone want to join? We playing 2 games? I think 2 games sounds fun. You're in game. Okay, is this everyone? Just me and Flag? Ready up! He hates his BFF. No, Jose's not my BFF. My BFF is Bard. But she's only ever been in one video, and it was the repo video. No, wait. Oh, it's, hold on. Leave the lobby, flagship. Oh, leave the lobby, boy. There we go. 2 Leons and a JoJo character. We just dodged. That's not a problem. The problem is if the killer dodges, because the killer can see what we're bringing. They know we're bringing a flashlight. Leon is good at dodging. No, he's not. I got hit all the time playing as him. He sucks at dodging. I swear one day I'll actually try this game. It's fun. You should be Leon 2 for the team. No, I don't have perks on Leon. Alright, wish me luck, everyone. No mither. He got to us quick. He's here. I wouldn't be there. Crouch. There's a totem in the killer shack. I'm leaving it. Pussy. Oh my gosh. We should figure out what the killer shack totem is. Aqua Tofana, no! Oh god, it takes so long to heal you. Are you affected by a smoke? Oh, he knows. Run! Drop the mount! Drop it! Oh, good. Run! I can pick myself up. I can pick myself up. Okay, fine. You heal yourself. I don't care. You got this, guys. Whoops. I'm sorry. Oh, he's got barbecue and chili. Run! Find the way out! Live for me! Run. So he has barbecue and chili. I think he might be running the, No, he's definitely got Scourge Hook. Oh, that's a shame. Good game. Good game. You made your character's boobies so big, you had to give her a reduction. I like doing that with the character sliders, just making the stuff huge. He had barbecue and chili. Oh, Devour Hope. Lethal Pursuer. Okay, so that's how he knew where to go immediately. Yeah, that's a good build he had going on there. Not Devour Hope. Devour Hope's not great. Honestly, we could have beat him if we just kept jumping through windows. But that map has like 2 windows. I saw that no there. I'm going for an achievement, and it requires me to heal people while broken. Ready up. I need a drink. You guys see what happens whenever I walk away. Back. I got Eminem. You won the staring contest? No way. No way you won. Listen for the audio. Here. Later, dirtbag! The doors are always next to generators, so we can look around here for a generator. There's one. He left? I don't know where he is. Did he give up? He had the look you get when you see cookies baking in the oven, but they ain't done yet. Someone's coming to get you, bud. Two people are coming to get you, bud. That's pretty good. Why can't I see everyone's aura? Come here. Where'd she go? Oh, hey. I got you. I got you, little bro. We're gonna get through this. Oh. You're not a little bro. I thought you were a little bro. He's here. Good luck, Godspeed. You're back. Did we win? No. No, we didn't. Oh, dang. Yes. Ah!
Exquisite.
I should have ran back to the pallet. I can take a chance to unhook. We have Vigo's salty lips. Hold on, let me put these in my mouth real quick. Ah. I can put more in my mouth. Ah. I got him. Girl, stop feeling your checks. Get more nuts. Oh, in my mouth. Ah! Where'd my nut go? Oh, the middle generator is done. That's good. That's okay. We're almost done here. I got this last generator going. Any chance do you have adrenaline? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna eat my nuts while I'm walking there. I'll give you guys a flashlight if he's coming. Probably chasing flagship. Coming, little buddy. Nope, you're dead. Sorry. He didn't kill him. We can get to him. Get him up! I'm going to the door. Block the hip, block the hip, block the hip. Alright, dear God. Let's go! BJWP. What a good run. A good final game to the day. We did it! That's our first 4 survive! Against a killer who was actively trying to kill us. Oh, we had Lightborn. It's a good thing I didn't try to flashlight him. Good job, everybody. Way to go. Amazing teamwork. And Flagship got the most points. I don't think I rescued a single person off the hook. I kept trying to, but I have to walk everywhere because I have sprint burst. So I can't run. Why your flashbangs weren't working again? Really a toss-up of if flashlights and flashbangs are going to work, but when they do, they work. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys like the model. We won't always be using it, because, frankly, it takes a while to set up. But it's a step forward in the direction I want to go. The next step, giving you guys a voice. So we'll get that working... I don't know. Maybe this week? I'm hoping by Friday. We'll see.